Park Gals. So we're sitting here at La Brea Bakery. We found a corner table waiting on our food at downtown Disney. But what we filmed, it looks like Disneyland's getting ready to open up soon.
Diane thinks they're going to open up.
My prediction's the second week of October, and I said this a few weeks ago when we saw that the theme parks, local theme parks, Knott's, Universal, Disneyland, Magic Mountain, they all wrote the governor here in California and said, hey, we need to figure out how to open us up and open us up safely. So as soon as I saw that, which was a few weeks ago, I said, I think they're going to be opening up my predictions the second week of October. And from the markings we see, it looks like that could be a possibility sometime in October. That's just a rumor right now.
They're definitely preparing for something. I know that they've opened the Disneyland cast store. I still have a lot of close friends that work for the park, and so the cast store has opened up
with reservations.
They're doing it a reservation system. I will say the reservation system so far hasn't been that bad. We've come multiple times and we've put our phone number in. There was once where we waited longer to get into Marceline's than we waited to get into World of Disney. It took 2.5 hours for us to get into Marceline's. We didn't go, we ended up leaving.
We already got into World of Disney, did what we needed to do, and just took off. But that system seems to be working. That might be what they're going to use inside the park. That's kind of what you used for Rise of the Resistance ride. You got here.
I mean, I think what they're doing now is a little better because Rise of the Resistance was on luck. It was a lottery style kind of thing.
It is a different kind of thing, but it is a mobile reservation kind of thing. They might have to do that, like the Rise of the Resistance thing, because, I mean, everybody's going to want to ride that ride, and, I mean, I don't know, can they get however many people on that ride that they're going to have?
It's gonna be interesting to me because when I worked at the park, I worked on Haunted Mansion, was one of the attractions, and I know in Orlando there, for at least for Buzz Lightyear, which technically is Haunted Mansion but backwards, in Orlando they're closing Buzz Lightyear every 2 hours and sanitizing. That's fine and dandy. I wouldn't ride it.
No, because in the 2 hours time, how many people are on that ride and touching that ride? That kind of thing doesn't make sense to me.
It's just too much of a high touch ride for my comfort level.
Right.
So to be honest with you, Buzz Lightyear, Little Mermaid, Haunted Mansion, I don't know how they could operate those attractions and sanitize the vehicles after every like one person went on it.
You can't. You're going to have to do the 2 hour system, and our food's coming, and that's what's going to happen. So sitting here at La Brea Bakery, we just finished lunch. It was good.
It was very good.
It's all about the bread here, La Brea.
Yeah, the bread was delicious. We got the roasted turkey avocado sandwich. So oddly enough, we stopped a video when our food came, and then we did a whole nother video of our food, and then we continued talking before we ate, and we talked for a good 15 minutes. And when I turned off the video, my phone said there's not enough storage space.
So we did a lot of talking, and it didn't show up.
And it all got deleted.
We're going to talk again. What we're talking about is Disneyland opening. We think a couple weeks they could be opening. Our rumor, just so you know.
Yeah, no, this is nothing that we've heard from
No.
anybody.
There's markings on the ground that we showed you. The scaffolding inside Main Street is all down.
They have those hand sanitizing stations up inside the gates.
I wasn't there before. There's a big, huge fly flying around that is bothering me. So yeah, we're just hoping that they open up safely. Talking about how Disneyland is much smaller than Disney World, much smaller. Like you got Pirates of the Caribbean. You walk 100 yards.
Maybe a football field, yeah.
There's Haunted Mansion.
There's Mansion. That's one thing that I've heard a lot of people say, well, Disney World's doing it, but what you need to understand is where we're sitting.
Yeah.
Where we're sitting right here, just to put it into perspective for you.
Right.
Used to be a parking lot. This used to be this used to be Donald Duck preferred parking or handicap parking.
Right. So if you're talking a 30% capacity here, you're talking how many, Casie?
Well, so here's the thing. Even though we worked at the park, nobody ever tells you what capacity is. Like, no. I worked Christmases, I worked New Year's Eves, and you always say, well, what's capacity? And the answer that, at least that I was given when I was a cast member, was it depends on who the fire marshal is. Which, I mean, everybody has to have a capacity. I know that. I just don't know what it is.
We had, when I worked at Pirates, we had on the wall, because that's what you go by on that date, same date this time last year. They had X amount of people, and I asked, because I always asked about New Year's, because we always came New Year's, and New Year's
it's always busy,
packed. Oh my God, elbow to elbow packed. So you think in your brain it's 1 million people here. So I was told that the most crowded that Pirates ever got was 75,000 people in the park is what their marking was. So now I don't know if that's just Disneyland.
I don't know.
Probably.
And I don't know if here, because I know in Disney World, I don't believe you can do park hoppers. You go to Epcot, you go to Animal Kingdom, you go to that park for the day.
Yeah.
There's no park hopping. Yeah. So it's going to be interesting to see how that plays out, because we only have the 2 parks here and they're so close together.
And another thing are we going to strictly enforce people to keep their mask on? Because in downtown Disney here, when they first opened, there would be people, walking along with their mask on their chin, taking drinks and stuff, until so many people complained about that they have the plaids walking around, and the plaids are the only ones that are able to sit there and go up to somebody and say, excuse me, you need to put that mask back up. But if you got 7,500 people to 10,000 people in the park, who's going to be enforcing that? That's my question.
Yeah, and it's going to be interesting, because we've been to the 3 local Southern California theme parks, and it's interesting to see how they all vary. So, right. I mean, when I think of theme park standards, I do hold Disney on a pedestal. I do think that they are the best when it comes to customer service and that kind of thing. It's one of those things that, are they going to be able to keep up with the amount of people that are here?
Right.
Also, I mean, I'm very hopeful. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
I'm happy with how they've done it here. We came and there were, you'd see people on the side without a mask on. So we went up to a cast member, and at the beginning it seemed like they didn't know, and it was a little sad, but they quickly got it figured out, because you would see people on the side without masks on. You'd see people in line without masks on because they'd be drinking a drink, or they'd have a Starbucks or whatever. And now they tell you, like, when you go put your mobile number in for World of Disney, they say, if you have a drink, you cannot take your mask off to drink in line. That is not a stationary spot.
No.
For downtown Disney District, the only time you can have your mask off is if you are eating or in a stationary position, like here at the table. We're at a table, we had a meal, we can have our masks off.
Right.
Which I appreciate as a guest.
And we're also... We're outdoors, as you can see. There is a group of people, probably 15 feet, 20 feet
20
away
feet
from,
away from us.
and that's it, you
Yeah.
know. So, you know, that and then our concern on the park opening is rides, and you know, we hear Disney World has a system where they clean every 2 hours. But I mean, like, how many people are going to be touching that ride in 2 hours
that 2 hour
time?
period? Yeah. When it opens, I'm sure we'll come. I think we'll probably just limit our rides.
Yeah.
So like Thunder Mountain outdoor ride.
Right.
I worry about the Incredicoaster only because of the overhead, and you don't know if somebody,
Yeah.
you know. So, but it also depends on how they're cleaning it. Are they cleaning it after every group?
Right.
So I think probably the first couple times we come, we won't go on any rides. We'll walk around. We'll get a feel, see how they're doing the dining thing.
You know, with the park being down this time, how many months? 5-6 months?
Yeah, I hope
I really hope they've been working on their menus of changing foods, not only vegan foods but other foods.
Yeah.
You know, and when we left, when Disneyland was closed down, I think I said Disneyland, didn't I?
Maybe Disneyland.
I said Disneyland.
Disneyland.
I turned into Elmer Fudd there. I think when they closed down, we were doing the food and wine fest.
Yeah, so it was funny. We bought 2 Food and Wine Festival tab things.
Yeah, they were $52 with being annual
with
pass
our
holder.
pass holder discount, they were $52
Yeah.
each. Is he still there?
I don't know.
They were $52 each. Oh, she left.
So a lady over her shoulder just
farted.
farted. I don't know if you caught that.
I don't know if you could hear it. We
Yeah,
could.
but we did. It was like, she was like 10 feet away, and she bent forward and went, "Brr." It sounded like a duck.
Everybody farts. It's fine.
Yeah.
We had bought 2 of the Food and Wine Festival tags.
Passes, yeah.
We view, so that's what, a total of 16 tags. I think you get
Yeah.
8 tabs
8, yeah.
per thing,
We
per
used,
lanyard.
3 on that?
We've
on
used
both of them?
3.
Yeah.
So it
So
will
we're hoping they bring that back.
Yeah,
You know,
and-
like they did at Disney World.
and allow the people that have bought them
those,
to use
use
them,
them,
because to
yeah.
be honest with you, we spent $110
Yeah.
on 16 tastings, and we've used 3.
And that's another thing, like, that concerns me of reopening over here. California Adventure, again, is not a spread out park like Disney World. And when the Food and Wine Fest was going on, and when it goes on here, the crowds are so heavy. Like I said, that it could be 20,000 people. for all I know.
There's a lot of areas that bottleneck in,
And it's just like massive crowds of people walking down. Listen, this is just our opinion. We've both been going to Disneyland and California Adventure. California Adventure says it's opened.
yeah.
15 years or so ago?
My my stepdad actually opened up California Adventure. I was there for the cast preview.
Yeah, and you know, we've both been going to Disneyland for many years since we were little. This is just our opinion. You know, and we know other people are going to disagree with us and all.
And that's
your
fine.
opinion.
Yeah.
But, you know, in our eyes, our perspective, this is how we see it. That Disneyland and California Adventure are much smaller parks than Disney World.
100%.
I mean, that's a fact, so you can't really argue that. So, again, if we're doing the 30% capacity, what's 7,500, 10,000 people in Disneyland going to look like?
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see. It'll be interesting to see if it was, because now that Star Wars Land is open, Disneyland doesn't really have a slow period.
Yeah.
Before, it was pretty much February up until spring break was a real safe time to go.
Yeah, because they did their refurbishing. during that
Yeah,
time.
you know, you wouldn't get on all the rides. Typically, Small World would be down, Mansion would be down part of the time because they'd be transitioning back from holiday to the normal. But but it was always safe to come pretty much February, March.
Yeah.
Right up until spring break. And since Star Wars Land is open, that's just not the case.
It's not the case. Because the past two years before Star Wars Galaxy's Edge opened, we came in February. And it wasn't too bad.
No, it wasn't bad
we
at
came
all.
and saw the electrical parade. It's last year.
We were here for Pixar Fest.
Yeah, and it was good.
Yeah.
The only thing you dealt with was there was
Rain.
Serious rain
Yeah.
that you don't see in California, but that's when they occur in February. So and a bit in March, but yeah, the crowds weren't bad then. But since they've opened up Galaxy's Edge, it's.
I mean, considering that we were here. We had our passes. We were coming almost every day.
Yeah.
And we would get here, we would come on a Saturday and we would literally get up at 5:00 in the morning.
Yeah.
And we're 2 miles away from the park. We'd be out of the house by 5:30.
And there's already 1,000
just so that we
people
could
here.
be guaranteed to get in before 8:00 so that we could try to get on Rise of the Resistance.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So at the end of the day, it's definitely going to be, it'll be interesting to see how they do it. I'm excited to see how they do it.
I am too.
Like I said, there's things that I'm leery about as far as like rides that are supposed to be opened, and as far as how many people are going to be in there, that kind of thing. But I don't have to go on the ride. I might want to go on the ride, but I don't have to.
And we'll show the park around to you guys. Like I said, we want you guys to be with us too. And, we'll show you what things look like, what lines look like, what the crowds look like, what foods look like. You'll taste the food with us. And we'll even check out some of the hotels and stuff, not just Disney's hotels, but other hotels. All right. Yeah. Again, we hope you guys enjoy it. And please come along with us. Please subscribe. Please like us. Tell your friends. We're new.
Make a comment.
We'll Let us know what's going on, all right?
Yeah.
All right. Thanks for joining us.
Bye.
Bye. So, we're here with Darth, and we want to thank you for joining us at our sit-down talk and listening to us, and hope you guys give us comments. And with that, we're going to have our movie quote.
You can't tell what's in a monster's heart just by the way he looks. I mean, some of the slimiest, raunchiest, ugliest little monsters turn out to be the nicest. With our pass holder discount, they were $52 each.